Whatever, I think it's fine. It's good. I'm done. Hey, I'm Janelle and this is toDIYfor. So if you follow along this channel, you know how much I love the thrift store. Like, love the thrift store. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm so happy you found me. Subscribe if you are new, because I do DIYs every single Wednesday. And that's everything from clothing to home decor. So today we're gonna be doing some home decor, focusing really in on the thrift store. I love going to the thrift store because it's cheap, but it's also great to just repurpose items. There's so many great things that I found in the thrift store, and majority of my house has been decorated with things that I found from the thrift store. So I'm gonna show you kind of, the things that I look for when I'm going to the thrift store, things that you can easily alter to match your decor, and I'm gonna put this all together on a shelf that kind of separates my living room and dining space in my apartment, and kind of show you how I stylize my shelves as well with a few tips. So let's get into the DIY.
So let's start with what I regularly look for at the thrift store. Baskets. I have a bit of an obsession with these, but they're really cheap at the thrift store, and they're great for multiple things. Of course, housing things and storing items, but they look great as decor on shelves or on the wall. And all of these were under $5, so I think they're a great find. Yarn also can be a great find if you find something in your palette for your house. I mean, $3 for that bundle is so cheap, and I've got plenty of yarn DIY projects on my channel if you want to check them out. Brass is something that I also pick up. It is just an accent color in my home, so it works really well, and those are a few of the items that I've found over the years. And then I would say check out all of the vases. So these can be expensive in stores, but they're really dirt cheap at the thrift store. Of course, they're funky colors, maybe not fitting all of your decor. That's an easy fix though. I mean, most of these were under $5. The large red one was about $10, which is a little bit pricey, but it's pretty big. So I bit the bullet and got that. But you really want to find different shaped items, maybe even different textures as well. So these are a quick and easy fix. This one I loved because it was two different types of materials, and all it needed was a quick sand on that wood so that I could refinish it and stain it to a proper color that fits my decor. So that's literally all I did with this, and of course gave it a fresh coat of paint as well. And the rest of them, I just painted them. So you do not want to skip the step of primer. It makes a huge difference when you're painting. And also you see long, quick strokes for spray paint. That is the best way to do it. Don't lay it on too thick. Keep it nice and light. It will dry really well and you won't have any beading. Okay, so starting with our shelf here, of course, give it a good clean. Start with a blank canvas, and then I would suggest putting on the things that you really know you want there. Maybe there are a few larger items, so that's what I did.
So this is probably one of the only items on this shelf that doesn't come from the thrift store, and I get a lot of questions on this giraffe, where I got it, and unfortunately no store in Canada sells this. My mom and dad actually brought this home from Africa with them when they were traveling there quite a few years ago. So he's tall, he's got to go on the top shelf. And I would say that those are the only kind of two must-haves, along with my radio that's on the bottom shelf right now. Everything else is just kind of up in the air. So I again would suggest working from the larger items and working your way down. Also, I think it's nice to work in groups and sections. So I'm going to be splitting this shelf off into 4 different groups, and I'm going to kind of start with this top group here on the side.
So that brings me to tip number 1, vary the heights of the objects that you group together. This is really going to draw your eye up and down, and I think it just creates a nice grouping. So I've already got that really tall giraffe. I wanted to bring up the eye a little bit more with that plant, so I elevated it in that terracotta pot, and then I have some smaller items grouped below it. I just think it looks really good when you have different heights and it's not all the same. If you're having some trouble with some smaller, shorter items, books from the thrift store always work great to elevate things. Tip number 2 is different textures and different materials. The materials that I'm kind of working with here and textures are, wicker and wood. I've also got my brass elements. I've got all of my pottery and then plants. And I think if you group all of those different things together, it creates a lot of diversity and interest for the eye, kind of creating a beautiful piece together. So tip number 3 is group in odd numbers. You've probably already seen me kind of doing this with my groupings. 3s, 5s, 7s. I don't know, it just always looks better when you do it in odds. And you know I love my plants. They're vibrant, they bring life into your decor, and I love it when they drape. So a pothos plant is perfect for this. They are the easiest plant to care for, and you can propagate them, which is exactly what I'm doing in this vase here to create more plants.
And then for layering in pictures, and again, just layering is a really good idea. I would say that albums or just photos that you might already have at home are really great for that to kind of layer in and behind. So I have an album here and it goes right with my decor. I'm gonna layer it here in the back. So hopefully those tips are helpful for you, whether it's the fact that you want to start incorporating some thrifted decor into your own home or just want some styling tips. It can be a little bit tedious, and don't get too overwhelmed with it. It just takes a little bit of time, some finesse, you know, reorganizing things, taking a step back, looking at it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Grabbing things from other parts of your own home is a really great idea as well. You just to refresh and change out your decor throughout your own home. It can really just make a space look new, but you really didn't have to buy anything new. So please, if you enjoyed this video, give the video a like, leave any comments you have down below, any suggestions for upcoming videos as well, feel free to leave those down below. And if you're new to my channel, like I said, I do new DIYs every single Wednesday. Would love for you to be a part of the fam and not miss a video, so make sure you subscribe. Also, if you are ever trying any of my DIYs, I would love to see what you're making at home. So please follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Janelle Steeper. You can tag me in those, DM them to me, however you want to connect with me there. I am more than happy to connect with you on those platforms as well. So next week I will be back with a new DIY. Yeah, okay.